States, nor any state shall assume or pay a debt or obligation for the purpose of paying for insurrection or rebellion against the United States.
Officer Daniel Hodges is with me now. Thank you so much for your time today and joining us here. But we just want to also note first that you're here in your personal capacity and not on behalf of your employer. But I got to ask, and I want to know, what went through your mind when you heard who might benefit from this fund, including the rioter that crushed you?
Well, I mean, it's surprising and it's not surprising at the same time. Trump has been talking for years now about trying to give these people money because, I mean, he wants them on retainer for the next time he wants to influence the course of history with massive violence. He's already admitted twice to reporters that he doesn't care about Americans' financial situation. He doesn't think about it at all. So that's not why he's giving them money. It's transactional. He wants something from them, and it's a down payment on the future. So that's what was going through my mind.
Republican members of Congress openly revolted against this, with Senator Tillis of North Carolina saying January 6th defendants, quote, don't need restitution. Many of them deserve to be in prison. But President Trump later doubled down, saying he left money on the table so he could help others. You know, is there any indication, really, that the administration plans to do anything for police officers who suffered in this attack?
I have never heard anything of the sort, and it seems extremely unlikely that this administration would do that, since they won't even help us put up the plaque that was supposed to be on the West Front years ago. I haven't heard any word about any kind of financial payments for officers.
Is that something you'd be interested in if offered to you?
That's not really my priority. I'm more worried about, violent insurrectionists getting paid. I got paid for my work that day. All my colleagues got paid for that work that day. This is part of our job. We're proud to do it. And I'm more worried about any future violence that these kind of payouts might encourage from people who've already demonstrated that they are willing to commit political violence in the name of Donald Trump.
Officer Hodges, I want to play how one Republican congressman reacted to the fund Thursday. Go ahead and watch this exchange for me.
Look, January 6th is an issue that was made up in the first place.
People were convicted of assaulting.
Well, I know that. That was a staged thing from day one.
What about it was
January
staged?
6th. When you had police officers letting people in the building, when you had people that's not being prosecuted, Ray, I forget his name, there's no excuse for that.
Your colleagues, though, your Republican colleagues ran for their life and barricaded themselves in their chamber. Do you think they were acting?
No, there was a riot there, but it was a self-made riot by members who hate Trump.
That was Rep. Norman talking to Capitol Hill reporters. When you hear comments like that, when you hear remarks like that, how does that make you feel? And on top of that, is there any evidence to support that?
Yeah, that is disgusting. People died. Police officers died. They died in the aftermath, died from suicide. Rioters, insurrectionists died. The fear that congressmen, congresswomen, and their staff were feeling were real. The fear that officers were feeling were real. None of that was staged. I don't know why he would say that. I can't imagine any good reason why he would say that. And I'm not familiar with any evidence, any legitimate evidence that it was staged. I've heard plenty of conspiracy theories about how people believe it was staged, but nothing that has any legitimate meaning.
Officer Hodges, I had a chance to speak with Harry Dunn earlier this week, and he said that this fund was a slap in the face. He also mentioned that you have faced death threats, actually, over the past few years. So I was interested to know, from the January 6th riot to the death threats to now this fund taking place, what is the most challenging part for you, especially emotionally and mentally, having to go through this for so long?
It's challenging because it just never ends. This should have been over years ago. It was incredibly obvious what happened and why it happened. People did go to jail. Unfortunately, the ringleaders never did. They should have, and this should have been the end of it. But now It's just insanity these days. You know, the government's talking about paying these people for the privilege of being attacked. They're trying to whitewash the events of that day. They're saying that it was staged, saying that my injuries, the injuries of my colleagues, the deaths of my colleagues was fake. It's outrageous, and it's disgusting, and it's never ending.
Officer Daniel Hodges, thank you so much for your time. And of course, we'll continue to keep you and other officers in our thoughts moving forward.
Thank you for having me.